Kadosh, good morning. I wanted to share with you an incredible idea. This Shabbat is Shabbat Zachor, and Shabbat Zachor is always going to be close to Purim, which means that we want to remember the abolishing of the name of Amalek to the abolishing of Haman HaGagi, which comes from Amalek. And therefore it's so incredible that we want to actually try to connect the Zachor et Asher Asa Lecha Amalek to the miracle of Purim with Haman. It says Zachor et Asher Asa Lecha Amalek. We read the Zachor. We have to remember what Amalek did on the path when you left Egypt, right? Asher Karacha Baderech, what he did to you on the path, and he comes and you were tired and he was not God-fearing. So then when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to give you all the land, what are you supposed to do? Timched Zecher Amalek. Yeah, you have to come and you have to abolish the name of Amalek. Mitachat hashamayim lo tishkach. Do not forget. Do not forget what he did. That's what you have to do. Nowadays, we cannot do the Mechiyat Amalek. When it says Timched Zecher Amalek, what, you're going to find an Amalek and you're going to kill him? What are you going to do? We don't have it. But obviously this means when the Melech HaMashiach is going to come. As it says, when you're not going to have any type of enemies surrounding you. However, though, do we still have this mitzvah? We still have the mitzvah of Zechirat Amalek. Zachor, we have to remember. And also Le'abed Zecher Amalek. It says Timche. So what happened by Amalek? So it says like this. Yesod Gadol that we find by Amalek is ויקרא שם המקום מסע ומריבה על ריב בני ישראל ושתם את השם לאמור יש השם בקיבנו עם עין ויבוא עמלק. What does Rashi say? Rashi says, why is it written one beside each other? We have that we came to Masā Umriva, and immediately after Masā Umriva, all of a sudden we have the next part, which is going to be Amalek coming. So he comes and he says like this. Samach parashat zo lemikre ze lomar tamid ani benechem uzuel. I'm always with you, says Hashem. I am always with you. And you guys are saying, Ayesh Hashem b'kibenu imayin. Is Hashem with us or not? Meaning Hashem was upset. We came, the Jews, and we said, is Hashem with us? Hashem says, I'm always with you. And you're going to tell me, you're going to ask whether I'm with you or not. Chayechem, by your lives, sha'kelev ba v'noshech etchem. The dog is going to come and bite you. Then you're going to scream to me. Then you're going to know where I am. You put your son on your shoulders and you go. The son is looking everywhere and you say, but Abba, give me this, give me this. All of a sudden, right, the son comes and he says to somebody, by the way, did you see my father? His father said, I don't understand. Right? You're on top of me the entire time. Anytime that you need something, I'm giving you. And all of a sudden now you're asking, am I there? Where's my father? He took him off. Why? What's going on? Yeah, you're with me. I'm giving you everything. How could it be that now like nothing? So he says that's exactly what happened. Meaning the punishment that Amalek came was because we asked, Ayesh Hashem b'kibenu imayin. Is Hashem with us or not? Is Hashem here? That's why we got punished. That's why an Amalek came, right? And he actually did this. And that's why it's so important. The Al-Shich HaKadosh comes and he says, Saro shel Amalek lemala is Samech Mem, which is the Yetzer Hara. It's the same Satan, Yetzer Hara, Malach HaMavet. And therefore, since HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not Mapilu Ma lemata, before he's going to be Mapil Oto lemala in front of the Sar, so therefore that's what happens. So therefore, since every single time Bnei Yisrael they sin with the Atzat Yetzer Hara, so therefore what happens is that we're giving them the strength to Saro shel Amalek. That's what we're doing. So Moshe Rabbeinu is on top of the mountain. And we're going to read on Purim in the morning that he's coming and they're fighting against Amalek. And Moshe comes and he tells Yoshua, choose people and go fight with Amalek. Moshe Rabbeinu comes and he tells Yoshua, right, okay, go choose. Now, what happened is that his hands, every time that his hands were up, they were winning. His hands went down, they were losing. Ask the Gemara, the hands of Moshe, they do the war? Meaning that's how it works. You pick up your hands, so they do war. If he puts it down, then they're losing. What's going on? But rather, he comes and he says, Moshe Rabbeinu was trying to hint to them to fight against the Yetzer Hara, Saro shel Amalek, that he wanted to tell them, Ayesh Hashem b'kibenu imayin. But the Kitvei HaKodesh of the Maran Risal the Baal Shem Tov, right, HaKadosh, he said עיקר מחיית עמלק הוא כי מתחילה צריכים למחות צר של מעלה שנקרא גס רוח, כמו שהובא בזוהר הקדוש. וביוצר דקדושה בפרשת זכור, ואחר כך נמחה עמלק דלמטה. Means this. The first thing you have to do is get rid of Amalek above. And once you get rid of the Amalek above, now you can get rid of the Amalek down here. Now how do you do that? You have to get rid of the gas ruach, haughtiness. So he says, because that is the sar shel mala. And now we actually understand that the shortish of the kfirah is because of gava. Meaning, when people come and they say, is Hashem with us, or things like that, it's because they have gava. As if that we don't need Hashem, or that we're greater. Right? And that's what he comes and he says. The Gemara says in Sotam, Rabbi Yochanan, Shum Ruchai, anybody that has gasut ruach, it's like he's doing avodah zarah. The person's haughty. Rabbi Yosef comes and he says, right, a person should learn from his master. HaKadosh Baruch Hu came and he left all the mountains and he put the Torah, he gave it on Har Sinai, the lowest of all the mountains. Right? So therefore, what do you see from here? You see from here that the entire concept is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves humbleness. He loves what's called being humble. And that's why, like we just mentioned before, so Gavat Adam Tashpilena, the Gava of a human being is going to push him down because HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not want it. And now we understand why when Moshe Rabbeinu came out to Rosh HaGivah, who is greater than Moshe Rabbeinu, that he was Anav Mikol Adam, that he was able to succumb, right, to come and make sure, right, that to get rid of the Sarosh Shel Amalek above, right? And now we understand what happened. Yud Ke Vav Ke, the name of Hashem, also shows on humbleness. Right? Kol makom she'ata motze gvurato, ata motze an vatnuto. That's why by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because the gadluto of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we see it in vatnuto, because when we come and they take the four-letter name of Hashem, right, it's very, very small. The Yod, right, is not even until 20. And also the Hey, right, is only Tetvav. Right? The Vav, right, is also, could only be 22. Aval sharo tiyot Torah, but all the other letters in the Torah, misparam merubeh. Right? It has high numbers, meaning the maximum number that a Hey could get to, right, is going to be the 15. Not more than that, because already by 15 you don't have the Hey anymore, right? The same thing with the Yod. The Yod, once it becomes 20, that's it, right? And the same thing with the Vav. So he comes and he says, this is also the Kli Yakar. The Kli Yakar says, Kedei la'amed davar zeh sheHaKadosh Baruch Hu is humble. HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes and he puts four letters, which are the smallest letters of the alphabet. When you're writing Yod Ke, Vav Ke, if you come and take each one of them, when you're going to write them out, you're not going to find any number, right, which is more, right, than the mispara mu'at of it. So for example, right, that's what he's saying, like, mispar mu'at kemo elu. So he comes and he says, if you're going to open it up, right, you're always going to have, for example, the Yod. So the Yod is Yod, Vav Dalid, right, Yod. But the Vav Dalid is 10, like the Yod. The Hey, you have Hey Aleph or Hey Hey, right? So again, you have the same thing, right? The Vav Aleph Vav, right? So you have the same thing, or Vav, right? But the concept is that you're not going to have more than it, okay? And therefore he comes and he says, V'chol banaich limudei Adonai ve'rav shalom banaich. The shortest of the machlokot is because of the gava. V'chol banaich limudei Hashem, which means when Bnei Yisrael, they learn from Hashem to come and to be very, very humble, what happens? Then ve'rav shalom banaich. There's always going to be shalom between you. Because when people are humble, there's always going to be peace. And that's what it means. Meaning that the goyim are going to see us, and they're going to say, you know what? We're afraid that we want to be like the Jews. Because they're always with peace with each other. They're always nice to each other. That's what they want. Okay? And then he comes and he says, right, that there's going to come a day, Yavo Amalek ve'aman hayom el mishteh. What is this exactly referring to? Do you know, now we actually understand something nifla. When we're commanded to come and to erase Amalek and the downfall of Haman, it actually comes out that according to what people pay attention to, that it says, V'tomen Esther, the Esther Amalka comes and he says, Imal Amalek Tov, it's good for the king. Yavo Amalek ve'aman. Hamelech ve'aman are going to come hayom. Yavo Hamelech ve'aman hayom. Yod Kei Vav Kei. She was trying to say that I want that Hashem should come. And Imal Amelech is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tov, that it's going to be good, that he's going to save Am Yisrael, then that's going to be incredible. That's what she wanted. She was trying to awaken that she wants that Hashem always to be there. She wanted the Yud Ke Vav Ke. She wants the mercy. She wants that we should have all the berachot, that we should always have peace, that we should have everything. That in essence is what Esther was trying to instill. She was trying to awaken the mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Haman, he came from Zera Amalek, and he put gava within the people. Why? Because he says Amalek is the same gematria of Ram. Ram means, right, high, haughtiness, right? And therefore, what he was trying to do was, he was always trying to put that keilu, that we were going to be haughty. When we become haughty, we lose the battle. And therefore, the Zachor et asher asala Amalek is, don't be haughty. What did Amalek do? They jumped in first. When you jump first, that means you're haughty. That means you think that you're a big shot. You think you're something. People that they're snuim, they never go first. They're always towards the end. They're always moving back. They're never, and that in essence is what the rabbis were trying to teach us. The rabbis were trying to teach us the connection between Zachor and the downfall of Amalek, and how Amalek even started. It started because we became haughty. And we started asking, where's Hashem? Is Hashem actually with us? Meaning we don't need Hashem, we have everything that we need. But when we didn't need Him, we were asking. And now all of a sudden, because of that came Amalek. When we come and we want to humble Amalek, we have to humble ourselves. When we humble ourselves, then we humble Amalek above, and then he's going to be humbled also down below. Have a wonderful day.